Can you do record? Yeah. So hello everyone.
Good afternoon.
Hope you had a good hope you all had a good weekend and ready for our lecture. So today I decided that we need to talk about health, about why people get more and more ill and what we can do about this. So that's why I invited Carlis Petersons today to tell us this story. So Carl, please introduce a little bit yourself and let's start.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for inviting, and hello everyone. It's very nice to meet you here. At first, I would want to say that I have accepted a rather big challenge to present in English, because I am not so used to present in English. I know the material very well, and I know the company and products for more than 7 years. But I am presenting in English rather not often, let's say, and so it's a challenge for me. I will do my best. I hope that everyone will be able to understand. Particularly, I think it's not a problem for not English-speaking people, because but for English-speaking people, maybe it will sound a little bit strange.
No, your English is very good.
Oh, thank you. To introduce myself, I am a retired engineer chemist with specialization in creating and producing pharmaceutical actives. I have spent more than 10 years in production of pharmaceuticals, and most of my life connected with pharmaceuticals, with distribution of pharmaceuticals, with supplying producers of pharmaceuticals and cosmetics, body care products in Latvia. But I was working in international company, in German origin international company for all my life. Not for all life, for latest 17 years, I think. And now I am retired, but they still, how to say, keep me as a consultant and advisor for organizing market in Latvia for company Bisterfeld. As you can hear from my experience, that I have been very close to pharmaceuticals production, also to doctors and to all healthcare system. But the most interesting thing, and the most interesting, maybe say, not adventure, but realization for me was when I was coming close to 60 years of age. I understood that all my knowledge about pharmaceuticals and all my very close relationship with medical doctors and possibility to get the best healthcare is not saving me anymore. That despite of that I have considered myself as a very healthy person, I understood that my energy is starting to drop. I am starting to not be able to work, but I wanted to continue, and my company wanted me to continue with them. And health problems started to appear more and more, and to disturb my life and my work, and even getting me to the depression that I could not understand what to do and how to act further. And there was very nice. We always know that nothing happens just for case. Everything is somehow predetermined in our life. And then I met companies in Zeno and find out that there is very interesting things going on in nutrition, in preventive medicine, in preventive health, let's say better, and really very many changes and very new things just in this 21st century which were not existing in last century, and things about which I knew that they are somewhere and scientists are working with something are already now accessible to ordinary people and accessible to everyone. Just we have to learn about it and we have to listen about it. And now I would like to tell you this about this. I will share my screen now. I hope it will work immediately. I will tell you about this test-based pharmaconutrition, which was very nice discovery for me, very surprising for my health, for health of my family, for health of people around me. And the most interesting was that I considered that I am taking care of my health rather good, rather well, that I am using everything, all necessary supplements, all omega-3 already in enough quantities. And when I found out that this company is offering the test where you can chromatographically check your blood cells structure, I understood that this is the best instrument how to measure yourself. And I thought my results will be rather good, but it was not so. So let's go ahead. I will talk about it also further. But I think that we all can agree on one thing, that the most important for us is to feel good. To feel good, stay fit and healthy, and to be physically active for all the life and as long as possible. I have decided that I will live up to 100 years at least.
Nav mana vīra darba mašīna, nav manēja.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know about this car.
Vīriešiem patīk.
Somebody is talking about the company car. Okay, I can go on. And I have decided for myself that I will not spend my last years of the life in invalid chair, and I don't want to wear Pampers and be for somebody as a how to say, somebody should take care about myself. I want to take care for myself as long as I want, and be able to play games with my grandchildren and very possible even grandchildren, because my grandchildren are already coming adult almost now. So what is happening? In the same time, we know that medicine is very developed. All possibilities to find out what illnesses we have, what problems are in our body are very, very much developed, but people are not feeling good, and people and health-related problems are increasing. So how it is possible? How it is possible that after age of 50 years, almost 50% of people are not able to work, are not able to enjoy life? It should be opposite. We are free of when we are retired. It should be opposite, and we should be very free and happy, and we can enjoy and travel around. We know that there are people who are doing that, but many of people are not in this condition. So why it is going on? If we look in the history, then we can see that already 2,500 years ago, physician and scientist Hippocrates, I don't know how to pronounce it correctly in English, said that let your food be your medicine, and your medicine be your food. So we should take care of our food and use it as our medicine, not chemical products, which is very dominated in nowadays. And during these 2,500 years, nothing has changed actually. We have invented many things that can help us, but we cannot forget about food. About 77,000 generations has changed from the times when we can more or less follow how people were living. And most of this time, people were eating and using as a food only things what they could find in nature, what they could catch. And only for some about 100 years, so about 5 generations, these things has dramatically changed, because today we are using in our food man-made products. Some of them are not even grown in some garden in our backyard or somewhere else, or just went out. If we talk about animals, they haven't gone out into the grass, but all the time standing somewhere inside and eating what people are giving to them. So food is not even grown, it is produced. And during this process, changing from natural to production, it occurs that our food has lost very many qualities and very many very important things what are essential for our body, and for our health, and for basics of our living. And what is the most changed and the most dangerous thing what has happened in our food is balance between some essential fatty acids in our body structure. This balance is very destroyed. It's not anymore as it should be. Omega-6 and omega-3 groups of fatty acids should be in balance 1-to-1. It is our DNA formation. It should be 1-to-1. What it means? It means that when our body is producing new cells, it could be able to take from our blood omega-6 and omega-3 in equal quantities. And how they could appear in the blood, we have to eat them. And if we don't eat enough some essential fatty acids, which we cannot get any way in other way as only from food, strange things starting to happen. This balance is starting to change. It started to change actually from the times when humans became when they were going around and looking for food and catching it. Then they settled down and started to grow some crops and started to keep some animals beside of them. It started to change, but it was not dramatical and it was not changing so much. But during last 200 years and especially during last 60 years, dramatical changes has happened. And this balance has exceeded, how to say, it has went out from normal functional balance. It's 4-to-1. It means that omega-6 we are eating 4 times more than omega-3. It was still not very dangerous when it was this balance was in this proportion. But when this proportion reached 15-to-1, which is average, even I would like to say that it was average proportion for European Union, for Europe. It was 5 to 4 years ago. Now it has changed for worse, and it is coming closer to the situation how it is in the United States and in some other countries, where this proportion is about 25:1 and even worse. Actually, it is in scientific terms, it is named as lipid homeostasis. Homeostasis is a balanced system which has to be in our blood, in our body, everywhere in our structure, which is necessary to keep our body alive. If we destroy homeostasis, if we destroy pH homeostasis, the person is dying. Actually, the same is going on with people when they destroy homeostasis of fatty acids. When it goes over this this gap 4:1, proportion 4:1, we are starting to die. We are not falling to the ground and dying immediately, but lifestyle diseases are starting to develop in our body from the moment when we are exceeding this very important proportion. And some diseases which doctors cannot heal, they just can cover some symptoms which appears, but they cannot heal these diseases because they are coming from food, and not from food today, but from food during weeks, years, and even decades in our life. We are collecting these diseases in our body, and they are starting to kill us slowly, and maybe in some moment very fast. Just our lives becomes not healthy anymore at all, and even we can die from heart attack or some similar things. So what is going on? What are the consequences of this disbalance of these groups of fatty acids? Actually, here we can see that these consequences are reduced brain function, hair and skin quality are becoming worse, reduced heart function. This is very dangerous article, actually, because the most dangerous killer in the world is heart attacks and insults, infarcts and insults. Skin problems I already mentioned, reduced organ functionality, and joint and muscle pain. We know that doctors even say sometimes, oh, it's normal. You are already 50 years old. What do you think? You want that the joints are not in pain? They will be in pain from time to time. You have to get painkillers. It should not be so. So I already, I think I told about that, what we see here, but how these problems occurs? These problems are coming from the tiniest part of our body, but the tiniest part which is everywhere in our body, in all organs, in all systems, it is cell. And if this balance of fatty acids is destroyed, our cell becomes ill. It is not able to take in nutrients, necessary nutrients for normal functioning, because if we look at the cell as some structures, then we could imagine that this is fenced around the big factory where everything for our body is produced. This fence around this cell membrane, it should be, how to say, it should be soft, flexible, and penetrable. So it should let some things come in and some things get out. If nutrients are getting in slowly, our cell is starting to starve. Our factory have not enough raw materials, and the waste, which is worked out in the process, is becoming in the cell and is not able to go out. Canalization system is closed, is not working properly, ventilation system is not working properly, and our cell becomes very not healthy place. And sometimes it becomes start to produce cells which where cancer is starting to grow or something like that. But if our health is our cell is normal and cell membrane is healthy and fatty acids balance is normal, cell is very soft, very flexible. It lets in all necessary and let out all unnecessary and all waste which is produced in the process. Our body is functioning normal. We are starting to feel normal. Healthcare, lifestyle diseases are starting to disappear. So, how to know if we are in the safe zone? It's this ratio, this proportion of fatty acids, omega-6 to omega-3 is below 3:1, or it is over, or as we can see in this picture, below the level of the sea. And this is in dangerous area. How we can know? There are some things that we can see that this person is not in balance anymore. If we have very good experience, we can see it. We can see from the skin. We can see from how often he gets ill, from what he is suffering, how his skin is looking. But it needs very big experience, and definitely this experience our doctors don't know yet, because they were learning when this was not known at all. But when I was told that it is possible to check, I did it immediately. I was sure that I will be very close to this normal ratio. Maybe not very good, because my feelings and my body functioning was telling me that something is not in order. When I made my test, it shocked me, actually. But let's go ahead. This is very interesting and exactly 21st century's possibility to check our blood cells for fatty acids balance, vitamin D, vitamin D, how to say, quantity in our blood cells, not in bloodstream, but in blood cells, and also long time sugar test. These are dry blood spot tests which were not accessible in 20th century. We are very happy and we are very privileged for this possibility to check us with these tests. These tests are done in Vitas Analytical Services laboratory in Norway. Now they are done already in several places in Europe and all around the world, but this laboratory is the most experienced in this area in dry blood spot tests. Official partners of this laboratory are different universities, pharmaceutical companies, and some institutions which are working with research. And what shows these results? Up to now, there are made already almost 1 million such tests on fatty acids balance. Exactly at this moment, it is about 957,000 tests. And this shows that people all over the world are out of balance. That we are, in general, in very dangerous situation. And it shows that in Europe, about 95% people are out of balance. In North America, 99%, Middle East, 98%, and so and so. We can see all over the world. And what I would like to stress, it is that these people who have taken these tests and whose results we see, they have already started to think about their health, because they wanted to do this test. They wanted to check it. So they already were doing something for their health, and they were the same. Obviously, they were the same surprised as I was when I did this test. It's very easy to prepare to make these tests. You can buy the kit for making this for preparing sample in the internet, in web shop. You can prepare this sample at home and send it to the laboratory. All instructions are in this test kit when you will buy, and you can check it in the laboratory web page by your laptop or by your mobile phone, and find out what are your results, what are personal recommendations for you, and what are tailored solutions for your for keeping your health, maybe even not for healing illnesses, because we are not healing any illnesses. We are just helping our body to get in condition to work properly. My first result was about 11-1. I expected about 6, maybe 8-1. And if it was over 10-1, it was big surprise for me, because I was using omega-6, I was using supplements, I was using products for energy, for body energy, for different things, and I was looking for possibly better products, what could be accessible in the market. In the market, it means in these times in pharmacies. But the best thing is that now, how to say, besides of creating these tests, scientists has created products which are really able to bring essential fatty acids into our body. Not only products where you can see that on the package of this product is written that this is omega-3, and this is very good. This is marine. It's from Norway waters, clean water. So this is somewhere else very miracle products, but which really work, and what we can check with our tests, if this omega-3 really is brought into our cell structure. And from that, from getting in balance omega-6 to omega-3 to balance it in our body, it gets to normal brain function, good hair quality, normal heart function, normal skin elasticity, and better looking skin also, and more many joint pains and our muscle pains are starting to disappear. Body is healing himself, not the product what we are using, but body. And very important is to get this omega-3 in correct quantity. This is not my invention. I'm sorry that I would be very happy that it would be mine. But there is our scientific advisory board, which is working with companies in Zeno, and they have just joined Zeno because they find out that this is the most devoted company for this, for really solving people problems, not only for selling some products or for selling more and more products, or finding one product which is working and then starting to sell thousands which are not working at all anymore. And this knowledge is collected all over the world. It is not only invention of one company. And what is this invention? This is balanced oil, which is not fish oil. It is something much more, but I like very much the first name of this balanced oil. What inventor of this balanced oil, scientist Ola Eide from Norway, he named this oil at first oil for life. And for me, I think it's definitely oil for life and oil for health, and for many other peoples also. And this is not just fish oil. This is a synergistic formula with 60% of very good quality fish oil and 40% of very good quality olive oil with very high percentage or content of polyphenols. This is a name you should learn, because polyphenols is one of the name which is very, very important for health. But if you don't want to learn it, just ask us how much oil to use and ask us about the results of your test, and we will help you. About this oil, it is not fishy, it is very fresh, and it is the most important, it is very stable. The biggest problem of the most products of omega-3 or the most fish oils what are in the market, that they are stabilized with very good products which are working very well until these oils are in the bottles. But after you swallow it and it gets into your stomach and started to work there, they are leaving omega-3, which is unstable and which is just broken down. And this is just not going where it should go in our body. So this is about a little bit about content of this product. So polyphenols are very important, and they are stabilizers, but they are working also by themselves for our health. There is omega-3 fatty acids which are coming from fish oil. This is eicosapentaenic acid, docosahexaenic and docosapentaenic acid, which we could name shortly as EPA, DHA, and DPA, which are very important. And sometimes we not only sometimes, now already very often we find out that some of these 3 fatty acids, people has only about 10% of the quantity what they should have of it, 10 to 20%. And it is awful. It's dangerous. Heart attack can come in any moment, or some very, very serious disease can start. We have also a premium product with top quality olive oil, which is more expensive. If you want the very best, you can use this one. We have possibility to use it in form of capsules, because some people are not able to use some oily substance, or somehow body is not accepting it. There is also solution how to get this omega-3 in. There is also version for people who has some problems with processing of fats in the body. It happens sometimes that people cannot just digest products with fats and with fatty acids. There is solubilized form, which names Aqua-X, which is soluble in the water. You just can put this in the water, mix it, and it will make just a drink, which is like some milk with some orange or grapefruit taste. And in the case where for people who are not accepting using any animal products, also fish, we have also vegan version, which is actually, it is for future for everyone, because it is for directly from seaweeds where omega-3 is produced, not going through fish, but getting it exactly from seaweeds. It's for now it is almost 2 times more expensive version, but it is definitely future, because fish are getting less and less in the oceans, and people more and more need for these products, and we will with increasing production of this product, price will go down and it will be more accessible, and everyone will be able to use it. It can be used for everyone. Our products are made with the highest quality and care. We have many certifications which are proving that quality of product is very, very good, and that production is followed up very carefully. Maybe some of you have heard about the incident what was in Gambia last year, where about 70 children died from some very, very simple product, pharmaceutical product, which was just produced without GMP. This is good manufacturing practice. And just some dangerous ingredient was too high and it caused death of many children. It can be when the quality is not followed up carefully. Now, Zinzino is following up very carefully. So if we go ahead, you would ask probably if this is necessary, or if only for elderly people, or just in some moment of the age you should take care of it. No, it's not so. When you start to eat not just milk of your mother, but other foods also add something from nature, you have to have, or human body needs essential nutrients in normal quantities, in necessary quantities. And if this if it is not accessible in the food, we have to add it, or we have to find food where it is in necessary proportions or necessary quantities. And for children, if we feed them correctly, it will improve their future. If not, it will we will take off their future. It's for parents. For people, for grown-up people, it is spoiling your today, because you start to get ill, you are not able to work properly, you are suffering from some pains, or from some illnesses, and for elderly people, it's taking possibility to move, taking possibility to enjoy life, and sometimes even taking off their past, because they're starting to forget everything. Their brain are not functioning anymore, and they just happy living in today, not recognizing their relatives anymore. So today they have today, but not yesterday anymore, and not family anymore. Would you like to be there? Me not. There are 18 health claims which are approved for European Food Safety Organization. I would like to stay only on 3 green ones. Normal brain function. I was already talking about losing our past and losing our memory, and not only this, it is sometimes affecting very much also children, their ability to learn, their ability to develop. It's affecting to people which are living in very stressy conditions, and their ability to live with stress are going down if this brain function is not normal. Normal heart function. I would like to say one scientific research what was made, and there was find out if from 10 people who could die from heart attacks or insults, we will take these 10 people into balance. We could 7 or 8 of them would stay alive. Think about it. Normal vision, normal teeth, and other things I will not stress much more, but their best of all this is that with this oil for life, or Zinzino balance oil, or just taking enough omega-3. We also can eat fish from ocean in enough quantities. It doesn't matter how, but we should bring this omega-3 level to normal. And with Zinzino balance products, we could do it now already in 120 days. This is not just some guess number. It's life cycle of our blood cells. During 120 days, all blood cells has changed. And if we, that's the start. In my personal result was proportion of omega-6 and omega-3 in my blood cells, it was 11:1. I started to use in enough quantities omega-3 from Zinzino products. My cycle was longer, but now we know how to do it and what we should add. You can bring it below 3:1. My result now is 1.7:1, and already about 4 years I am living below 2:1. So it is almost ideal proportion, and it pays back. And it pays back wonderfully. Life is changing. So the first step is to feel good. To feel good, to stay fit and be healthy in any age. But there are some things what we should add and what we should think about a little bit more. I will touch them very shortly. One is our gut and our gut cell and health of our microbiome. We are not just a piece of flesh with brain in one end. We are an ecosystem, and we are inhabited of a number of bacteria which is bigger than our number of cells of our body. We are like something like Earth, with all plants, animals, and everything which is on that, and it has to, and all these, how to say, bacteria and all these inhabitants in our body should be fed correctly, as also our inhabitants, we should fed correctly, and we can do it with dietary fiber blends. It's very important, and it's change also how fast we can get in balance with omega-3 fatty acids. If we don't get our microbiome healthy, it will not work so fast, and it will not work so easy. And also it is working very well for our brain. It's interesting. Maybe you have heard that our gut is our second brain, or even in opposite. Our gut is our first brain, and the brain in the head is only second one. For that, we have wonderful product, Zynobiotic, which is this fiber blend. We also have, about this later, I cannot see one part of the screen. Yes, it's just Zynobiotic in different forms here. We also need micronutrients and vitamins in our in our body structure and in our cells, and we can get them efficiently only when our cells are open and our fatty acids balance is normal. If not, we can eat very good products, but they will not penetrate very well. So when our cell doors are open, we should give good products, and there it's very important to use only natural products, only microelements, vitamins, and micronutrients which comes from the nature. If we use some synthetic components, they can spoil all the product, and sometimes it is a problem of some vitamin complexes what we can buy in pharmacies. They have there are added some synthetic components, and they are becoming useless at all. When we start to feel good, we are thinking that what else we could do. So here already we have gone through 3 steps. This is balance of fatty acids. This is a restore of microbiome by xenobiotic, and this is support of normal function with X10 plus. There is one more very nice possibility to add some miracle product actually. This is Viva, and this is product of saffron. Maybe you have heard it's just a food supplement which is changing color and changing little bit taste, but it is not only that, it is also very effective product for our brain. It's spa for our brain. It is product which was known already also for thousands of years, and it was accessible only for very wealthy people and for scientists. Nowadays we can find it out. If you want to know about it more, just ask. We can say it in another moment. It can improve your sleep. It can improve your daily life. Less stress, better sleep, better feeling in our stressy world. Our company Zinzino has no much products. There are only 4 product lines. This is tests for checking your present condition and controlling how it improves. Without controlling it, you can make mistakes and you will not know where it is, where they are and where they come from. Then we have balanced supplements line, with which is improving omega-6 omega-3 balance. We have immune restoring line, and we have gut health line. In gut health line, we have very interesting products which are as for controlling body weight and for controlling energy levels. These are 2 products. It's a lean shake and energy bar. These products are very important, particularly for physically active people and for sportsmen, which are making much physical activities, using much energy and using also much macronutrients. They are burning out from the body very fast, and it has to be replaced. These are very good products for that, and we can take also some very special care about our skin. So these weight control products are lean shake and energy bar. It for lose weight, for gain muscle, and for balancing, also for balancing gut, also for immune system. But I don't want to talk about it much because it's also a very big topic. There are many sportsmen in the world who are already as ambassadors of Zinzino products and of use of these products, and they can found out that it improves their performance very much. We can see here sportsmen and champions from different countries which has improved their results with our products. Zinzino is a global company. You can buy our product lines, get tested in almost all countries all over the world. And here you can see in which countries we have representation offices and also warehouses for direct deliveries to people. And you can get everything from web shop. In the first slide, there was written test-based pharmaconutrition. What is this animal? In short words, now we know that very many people in the world are already using omega-3 products, omega-3 supplements. They are using some other supplements, some vitamins, some microelements, and many people are using some specialized diets. What they are doing? Do they know if they need these products? Do they know if these products work? They are using guess-based pharmaconutrition, actually. And what we were talking about today is test-based, because we are testing our condition at start. We are testing this later if we have improvement, and we are controlling if we keep this on the correct level later. This is not that we can use omega-6 for omega-3. Omega-6 we have enough. Don't worry about it. If somebody are offering you products which and says in this product omega-6, omega-9, omega-3 are in balance, say him, go away. I have omega-9 and omega-6 enough in my food. I don't need them additionally. I need additionally only omega-3 and from a reliable source. About 500 million people on the world are taking omega-3 products, and they don't know if it works. And when we look at results, for 95%, it doesn't work. They are just spending money without any result. And this is the problem why people are not believing when we can say them, there will be another omega-3 supplement which will work, because they know no of these supplements are not working. Also doctors, they know that, okay, omega-3 we need, but which product to use, they don't know. They don't know if they can find the product who would work, and they don't know about these tests. After 20 years, all doctors will know about these tests, and when you will go to the doctor, at first they will ask, what is your fatty acids balance or proportion? And this is what we are presenting now and what we are promoting. This is this green line, which shows test-based pharmaconutrition, and blue line shows guess-based pharmaconutrition. At the moment when we are now, both these lines are growing, because people are starting to understand with our daily food we cannot get all necessary nutrients. We have to add. And most people are just guessing what they could add, or somebody says, this is good product, try it. Not check and use, but just try, maybe it will help. And if it helps or not, people don't know. And so it will grow, and future is of test-based pharmaconutrition. So join us and help yourself. Somehow it's not going anymore. Okay. And this was all what I wanted to present. We are inspiring change in life, inspiring change in our health, in our ability to enjoy life. And we wish you to be healthy and to find out how to do it. Now I will stop sharing, and thank you for your attention. Maybe somebody has some questions what I could answer, or some or to add something, some ideas.
Thank you, Carlos, for sharing. Thank you, and big respect for talking that in English.
Thank you.
You're a brave man. Yeah, well, maybe people think about some question if someone have. I just would like to add my short experience with Zinzino, why I use the Zinzino product. in my past, I had my 4 miscarriages, and we have done, I think, on that time, everything to fix this problem, but nothing did work. And we try some medicine, we try vitamins, and I had operation. And we knew that problem is not just with me, but with my husband as well. So we tried to fix this, and in 2014 we was introduced with the Zinzino, and when I done my first test, I was just shocked. I had so little percentage with omega-3 in my blood. It was just 2 points from 10 and more, as we know. And yeah, and actually after 1.5 years, maybe 2 years, I got pregnant again, and this was good one. So now my son is 5-year-old, and yeah, and he's very healthy. And while in this in 8.5 year time, I had another good things with me, that my immune system become very strong. I don't have cold sores anymore. I used to have bleeding gums, and used to have cold hands and feet that fixed already. I had back pains. I forgot about this now. There was something, my dry skin, and yeah, so I'm really happy, and gonna continue to use this product for all my life. And I actually asked Ivo to share his experience. If you can unmute your microphone.
Hi.
Hello.
So, my name is Ivo Žgadlo. So, I've been in sport all my life since like age of 13, and yeah, first I need to tell more about my childhood. Up to like age of 10, I was always sick and in hospitals, and like all my childhood, I remember. Yeah, I didn't have a good immune system. I was born premature, and so I was breastfed for first 3 weeks, but I was keep throwing up and just crying and didn't sleep because I was hungry. And my mom asked doctor if she can try something else. And the doctor said, in that time, I was born in 1984. So in that time, there was no good replacement like breast, like in our days there is. So yes, he said you just have to keep giving breast milk. And yeah, and I was just crying and didn't sleep. And then my mom changed the doctor. So and the doctor said try Samalina with oats porridge. So I ate that, and then I slept like 12 hours straight. And my mom went to the bed and kept listening if I'm breathing, because yeah, first time I've been eating in 3 weeks, and finally I'm sleeping, So and yeah, because I didn't have the breast milk, and obviously I didn't know. My parents didn't like. Even when you talk about fish oil doesn't work. I mean, even fish oils, like let's say cod liver oil, gets you at least 7-1 to 10-1. I don't know what was my balance when I was kids, but I ate like yeah. I didn't. My parents didn't give me any like multivitamins or like fish oils or nothing like that. So yeah, and I was always like sick till the age of 10, and then gradually, either because of age or yeah, got a little bit better. And then when I was 13, I started to train in Kyokushin karate. So I trained up to I trained in karate and martial arts all my life, and even now still I'm doing MMA and jiu-jitsu here in London. And but then in middle, when I was 16 years old, yeah, I tried to lose weight for competition. So I start to run, and I realize I can run a lot. So I also start to compete in late athletic competitions, because one late athletic coach in a town where I lived in Latvia seen me running. So, and she said, why don't you try a competition? So when I tried it, I was straight away like one of the best in Latvia. So 2 years later, when I was junior, 2002, so when I was 18 years old, till 2004, in those 2 years, from summer till summer, yeah, I won 7 times junior championships and 8 times as an adult. Although I was still junior, I won 8 times adult as well. 1,500 meters to half marathon. So, and I won Baltic championship in indoor and 3,000 meters. So, but yeah, when I was as an athlete, then again I was always, because when you are athlete and when you train a lot, then especially when you are preparing for competitions, your immune system is the lowest. So just before competitions, you always get sick. Yeah, in winter in Latvia is like -20 and stuff like. So I would be still maybe a little bit better than in childhood, but then yeah, when I was proper athlete again, it was the same as childhood. Always like 2 weeks sick in winter and maybe 1 or 2 weeks okay, and then again sick. So it was always like competition. Just take paracetamol, get the temperature down, and just run anyway, because I was best in Latvia, so I had to. It was too important for me. I had sponsors, so I had to compete, you know. But and then I was already here in London, so it's a long time already. I didn't run anymore. I tried to get to Athens Olympics, and again I was in winter, so sick all the time. So there was, before Athens Olympics was the only marathon where I could try to do B normative, which is 2 hours 18 for marathon, was Stockholm Marathon. But Stockholm Marathon is like in average 8 minutes slower than London, Berlin, or New York. It's not flat. Plus, it's in summer, so it's hot. In London and Berlin, New York, they are spring or autumn, so it's normally like 14 degrees, so it's perfect temperature. But that was the only option, and I ran Stockholm Marathon. I got 7 and 8 place, the split time with the Swedish guy. So, and only first marathon was under 218. You know, I was 224, so I didn't get to Athens. Then later, 2008, I still tried to get to normative to China, but again, the more I trained, the more I competed, the more again I got sick. And yeah, I never managed to go to Olympics. And now, 3 years ago, my friend, who is also he's a Muay Thai fighter in Latvia, Jānis Freimanis. So he introduced me to the Zinzino. He told me that it was the same thing for him. Before fighting competitions, always get sick, and he was training in boxing. He got student Maris Lukes, so who is in Zinzino like specialist and really educated about medicine and stuff, and about Zinzino. So, and then he told him about Zinzino, and he said, now I'm 5 months, never been sick, and my mom don't take the blood pressure medicine and so on. So he said about the family and friends and whoever, he already got clients. And for me, when he explained me how it works and the blood test, for me there was no question. I said, why you only tell me now this after 5 months? You know, obviously I need this, you know. So yeah, I'm since then I'm using everything. And so first thing was I felt so I started to use so balance oil. So I did the test. I did use the balance oil, Xenobiotic, yeah, the fiber in empty stomach in morning, and Viva, And then later I added everything else. Like now I'm using like Lean Shake and Extend and Protect. Yeah, so first was I felt crazy energy, and in 10 days I didn't run for like 1 year that time. So I went just to do little run. I thought, and I just ran 10K, and I realized, wow, I just feel like I haven't been off from running. I'm just running. It's so easy now because omega-6, what we got too much in blood, is what makes blood thick, what makes blood clot, and omega-3 is blood thinner. So obviously, once you start using, especially the first days, it drops like a lot, and then it's every day less and less, so it's plateaus. So the if you get very bad result, like my sister's son, so I was best runner in Latvia when I was running, and now my sister's son is training in biathlon, and he runs also long distances in summer. So he was 16, now he's 19. So he was 16 when he started, and I told him, like, also for myself, in 10 days I realized, whoa, because I didn't train in MMA for 1.5 years. I had my left knee injured and my right shoulder I had injured, and in 10 days I realized I couldn't understand. I couldn't remember which was it, my left shoulder and right knee, or right shoulder and left knee, because it was totally gone. I didn't feel none of the pain, because I knew I need omega-3, and I knew I need like collagen. I was using all those things, and I was using many other things like biotin, QNZ Q10, and B vitamins and so on. And then I got like like a scan at home, which shows your nutrients, what you're low on, and exactly those things I'm using already. It still shows that I'm low on them. So I'm still spending 200-300 a month, but nothing really works. The nutrients still don't get in your cells. Yeah, and when I did lift heavy weights in gym, my elbows always joints pain, so nothing really helped, And then here in 10 days it was gone. And my sister's son, my result wasn't that bad, because I was using cod liver oil for last 5, maybe even 8 years, since I was back in London now. But it's still so my one was 8-1, but that was still not enough to not have chronic inflammation in your joints, and not so yeah, it didn't help me. Like it maybe helped me as I wasn't as sick as a kid, or maybe that's also because as a kid your immune system is just weaker. I don't know, but yeah. And also here is not a winters as in Latvia, so you just get cold less often. So yeah, my sister's son, he was 39-1, and so really bad results. Everything was, yeah, like you said, in blood 2% he had as well, the omega-3 instead of 8-12. Yeah, in athletes better, like should be 12%. So and my sister's son already in 2 days time after using the oil, he's texting me that he ran his normal distance what he runs, and he did like personal best, but although the pulse, when you check when you put the pulsometer on and run, much lower than normally, and already when you sit down just in a piece, your pulse much lower. And I said, it can't be. I was thinking it cannot be in 2 days so quick. I thought that's just his placebo effect, like but then he sent me the results, the recordings of the training, and comparing already 2 days is dramatically changed. And I already, as well said, like if I had this tool earlier, if I knew about Zinzino when I was running, I probably would be world record keeper in a marathon or something, And then now Arvis Strunde in Latvia already did as well the Guinness World Record in 7 days, more than 3,500 kilometers. cycling. So when I heard that last year, this year, in beginning of this year, when I heard that, yeah, I said I wasn't surprised. Like I said the same thing about me. It would be the same if I had this tool. Like yeah. So as an athlete, yeah, it's a game changer. It's like more than if someone use doping or something. This is way more, because your pulse is gonna come down. Because obviously if you got 20-1 or 40-1, like my sister's son, 39-1, that's 39 what makes blood thick against 1 which makes thin, and the thinner is your blood, the lower your pulse is, the easier to pump your blood around. So obviously especially in endurance and athletes, and also for like for me, like injuries, just inflammation, just not to feel any joint pain and stuff. So yeah, I'll definitely use all my life and keep introducing people to change their lives. Yeah, that's my story.
Wow. Thank you, Ivo. That was amazing. I haven't heard your story before, so it was incredible. So there's no question, so everybody understands everything. And yeah, so I just would like to say that as Carlos mentioned before, that we don't heal any illness. We just give to our body the what is the missing components, what we are eating from the daily food. So and body do everything. So yeah, Carlo, thank you, Ivo, thank you everyone who came today. And yes, have a good rest of your Sunday. And yeah.
You wanted to mention about possibility to get a prize.
About what?
About possibility to get a prize. If we make an order of some program in Zinzino system up to 26th of April, you will get wonderful skin serum as a present.
Yeah,
Just
that's a great offer. Yeah, thank you, Carlos. Okay, thank you, everyone. Thank you, Kari, for coming.
Thank you for inviting, and thank you for attention, everyone. And let's be healthy.
Yeah, thank you. Bye-bye.